Well, it's more like it's Ohio, but it's time now to revisit the light bar. So while the amber is good for dust and desert for the winter, for whiteouts, you got to go with the blue on the outsides, and then this is actually set up. The center one is set up for a spotlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this filter on there by Tuff Stuff, and it's going to make it more of a spread instead of a spot. All right, so 5/64 Allen key. Hopefully you can see that. Just to pull these off of here. As soon as I get these off, I will get right back to you. Alright. I just got a real delicate seal here, rubber gasket, right around here. So make sure we don't want to break that. Okay, so hopefully you can see this. So this original one that came with the kit is completely clear. There's no texture. Hopefully you can get that gleam in the light there. So the one that's going to cause a spread, of course, is this ribbed, and you can't even, it's not even catching the glint from the lights, but there you go. So there's a glint, or because there are serrations, right, a texture here. That is going to spread that light out in a flood. Instead of a flood or a spot, it's going to be a flood. So let's get this put on there. Okay, so let me make sure this is all cleaned out here. So this is all the way through. So I was going to say, you know, people might make comments about putting silicone, but when you pull these other frames off, they're all attached. So if you put silicone, you'd be marking up the lens on the other side. So the extruded part is to the outside, so the frame will go on the outside and hold it in place like so. So it looks like the gasket goes on the back in the channel back there. And there is a groove on one side to fit in here. So just fit the groove in the channel in the back. In the frame. Like so, and then up in the groove. And then 8 screws. Let me get these installed and I will be right back. Okay, so this was a little bit harder than the center one. For some reason the gaskets were not properly grooved. They were both indented on both sides, where the middle one, the white light, had a male end on one side of the gasket and a female end on the other side. These had 2 female ends, so they would not like just punch into the groove. So here we have, hopefully you can see this with the reflection, we've got the groove. There's a groove here in each of these things, and like I said, the gasket had a male end that fit into this female slot, and both of the side ones had female ends on both sides of the gasket. So I put a little grease so it'll stick, and then good luck trying to get it to stay as you're torquing down these tiny bolts here. But mission accomplished. So as soon as I get these tightened down properly, I'm gonna go take it out for a test run. Brights on. Not that that helps, but with the brights, take off the blue, take off the white, take off the brights. Really terrible. Well, I mean, you can still see, but barely. That flood now in the front helps. Boom, there's the flood. And then the blue, there's the shoulders. So yeah, it works. I like it. With brights, just the blue and the spot or the flood. Take out the flood, there's the blue, and off. Normal, bright, flood. That's nice. That's just the flood. Plus headlights and brights, that's a lot of light. Plus blue, I like it.